From Wild Things Field here in Washington, it's time for high school baseball action on the WMBS YouTube page as the Geibel Gators take on the Turkeyfoot Valley Rams. Brian Morozak along with Tony Hanola, Carl Childs behind the camera in our YouTube live video feed. Our pregame show, as always, being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. We'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream courtesy of Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, PA State Representative Ryan Warner, the Paint Room and Hillbillies Bar in Donegal, Pennsylvania. And Tony, Geibel, in their second year back, will return the program to the WPIAL officially next year, playing a conference schedule after going from 2020 to 2024 without a baseball program. And certainly nice to see them making some progress.
Well, it is nice to see that, and they've had some great teams in years past, and glad to see the program kick back up, and that's a good sign because obviously they've got enough players who are interested in playing for Geibel, and good to see them back up and at it.
Turkeyfoot Valley out of District 5, Somerset County, off to an 0-3 start. They were 7-10 a season ago. Great opportunity for them to play at a nice facility like this before returning to district play later on this week. Yeah, well, and you can, in looking at their schedule, they're used to traveling. There's no doubt about that. So a little bit of a haul down here to Washington, but you're right. Great facility for a high school game here tonight. And Geibel off to a 1-4 start. They actually won their opening game of the season over Springdale 10-5. They've lost 4 straight, including a 2-1 9-inning loss to Shar Houston, played right here at Wild Things Park last month. But yeah, and they actually a really good baseball game, 2-1 in 9 innings. Geibel, they only had 4 hits in the game, but they left 8 men on base. Great pitching by Geibel from both Ian Stevenson and Hickson in that day, but Hickson ended up taking the loss, but a really good performance there by Geibel, just couldn't come out with a win. And Tony, these two schools played last year in Confluence, with Turkeyfoot Valley picking up a wild 17-10 win over Geibel. And it was extremely wild, Brian. Like we talked on the way down, I looked at some of the numbers, and if that's correct, it looked like Turkeyfoot had 27 stolen bases in that game. Wow. So I don't know if we're going to see that here today, but I will say that that's a lot of stolen bases in one game alone. And they've had a tough time getting the bats going this season. They have losses against Ferndale, Clay Battelle out of West Virginia, and Shanksville Stony Creek. Yeah, and only 7 hits on the season for the whole team in the first 3 games. 2 of those by Bowers, who's actually on the mound here today, and 3 of them by Stimmel, who's at short. So at catcher. So he. You've got 5 hits between 2 guys and only 7 for the whole team. So really got to get some bats going here today if they want to pick up a win against Geibel. And we'll set the batting lineup for Turkeyfoot Valley, the defense for Geibel, and the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
State Representative Ryan Warner wishes the Geibel baseball team the best of luck this year. Your determination and hard work represent the very best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, have a great year. And go Gators! Swing on over to the Paint Room Bar and Grill, your hometown spot for great food, cold drinks, and good times. Whether you're celebrating a big win or just looking for a place to unwind after the game, the Paint Room has you covered with delicious daily specials, friendly service, and a welcoming atmosphere right in Connellsville. So stop in, grab a bite, catch up with friends, because at the Paint Room Bar and Grill, every night feels like a home game victory. The Paint Room Bar and Grill, where Connellsville comes to eat, drink, and cheer.
Life sounds good with Henry and Stewart Audiology.
This is Dr. James Stewart. I know that many of you have enjoyed hearing what amounted to pure nonsense for my kids for the past few years and wondered if I even existed. Well, I do. And we at Henry and Stewart Audiology have been serving the Uniontown and surrounding communities since 1974. And better still, I've been utilizing my kids for free labor for like 3 years. Well, we do indeed have 3 locations, Uniontown, Connellsville, and Carmichael's, and strive to give our patients the very best care. What? Did I miss something?
Don't forget our phone number, which is 724-439-4380.
Cares, you are just terrible.
Oh, Dad.
with Henry and Stewart Audiology.
Turkeyfoot Valley will be coming to bat here in the top half of the first inning. Here's Tony with our lineup.
All right, for Turkeyfoot, leading off will be shortstop Eli Walker. Batting second, center fielder Aaron Groff. Batting in the third spot will be the catcher Corbin Stimmel. Batting cleanup will be the pitcher Lee Bowers. In the 5 spot will be first baseman Lawson Smith. Batting sixth will be third baseman Triton Myers. 7th will be the right fielder Jesse Feathers. In the 8th spot will be second baseman Cole Rugg. And in the 9th spot will be left fielder Ben Groff. Defensively for Geibel, and we really haven't confirmed who's at third and who's in center field yet, but let's start it out. In left field will be Danny Arnett. In right field will be Harrison Bechtold. Shortstop will be Ian Stevenson. At second base will be Seth Dolan. And the first baseman will be John Hess. Behind the plate will be Michael Novotny. And on the mound will be Zane Hickson.
That's your lineup for both Turkeyfoot Valley and the defense for Geibel. We're back with the first pitch right after this. The Turkeyfoot Valley Rams and the Geibel Gators high school baseball action here on the WMBS YouTube page.
Stop by Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, where good friends have been meeting for good food, good drinks, and good times for over 70 years. From delicious pizza, wings, hoagies, sandwiches, salads, dinner entrees, and more, Bud's has something for everyone on their menu. With the addition of banquet rooms, Bud's is also the perfect place to hold your party or gathering without spending a small fortune. Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, proud supporter of local high school sports.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Hello, this is Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We have been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm today for your free consultation. Remember, the insurance companies are not on your side. We will personally come out and meet with you. Call us at 724-437-2799. We have helped people like you recover millions of dollars. You will not pay anything until we win your case. We will fight for you.
Brian Morozek, Tony Anilla back here at Wild Things Park. The Geibel Gators taking on the Turkeyfoot Valley Rams. Again, Geibel 1-4 overall. Turkeyfoot Valley off to an 0-3 start out of District 5. And, Tony, we mentioned for Geibel, this is their second year back returning the program, and they'll be back playing a WPIAL schedule coming up next year in 2027. And they certainly went through some tough times before abandoning the program back after the 2019 season when they won 0-16. If you go back about 15 years ago, they're actually a pretty consistent playoff performer. They won 11-6 in 2009, lost to Rochester in the first round of the playoffs at Canaan Mac. In 2008, they actually won a WPIAL playoff game, knocking off Cornell 5-3 in the first round at Shaler before losing to Sarah Catholic in the quarters at Seton Hill.
Well, yeah, and you mentioned last year's game, a 17-10 win by Turkeyfoot, but they were supposed to play 2 games, and Geibel actually had to forfeit the second game. So it's one of those things where they weren't ready to go. And, not a big roster at all. Both of these teams, only 11 players on each roster. So you hope that no injuries happen, because obviously that just cuts things down and makes it extremely hard to field a team. And
Turkeyfoot Valley actually advanced to the first round of the District 5 playoffs a year ago, lost to Rockwood in the first round by a score of 16-1. They actually had a pretty good season going, got off to a nice start last year. Were 4-1, but had some issues down the stretch and lost 4 straight to end the season at 7-10. But they're hoping to get the bats going a little bit right now here against Geibel, and it's certainly been an area of concern for the Rams team so far this season.
Well, yeah, and every bit of, as we said, only 7 hits by the team in the first 3 games that they played, only a 189 batting average, and only 1 RBI so far on the year for the Turkeyfoot Rams. So they're going to try everything they can to try to get these bats going today against Zane Hickson.
Trying to set the Geibel defense right here, and it does look, Tony, like Yoders is going to go out to center field.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to look and see who was at third base there.
So that would put Troy Hoffer over at third, and
Yep.
that is correct, number 12.
Okay.
So we got the confirmation there on the Geibel side. They weren't sure about who was going to start where when we got the lineups earlier after talking to Coach Victor. But Geibel set to go again. Their second game this season they played here at Wild Things Field. They lost a 9-inning game against Shark Tears Houston by 1 run. Certainly are very competitive in that contest. And certainly has to bode well for the future as well, Tony, when you see the team having some success. Again, we mentioned the win over Springdale to start the season, and they've been competitive throughout the course of the year as well.
Well, yeah, and they have been competitive, and that's the whole thing. I mean, it's one thing if you're going to come out here and get trounced every game. It makes it tough for the kids to even keep their head up to play. But they're coming in, hitting .241 on the year as a team, and you've got some guys like Ian Stevenson hitting .385, Hickson hitting .467, Novotny .353. So you got some guys that can stick and play some baseball. So, it's a good sign. And you're right, second year in, Derek Victor has to be pretty encouraged by his performance so far this year.
Take a quick 30-second timeout and back with the first pitch right after this.
Hillbilly's Grub and Pub, where great fun and great food meet. Just 30 minutes from Uniontown on Route 31 in Donegal. Come experience Hillbilly's Grub and Pub, located just minutes from the PA Turnpike.
Back here at Wild Things Park in Washington. Also have to say hello to our buddy Ed Walensky checking in from Sandy Howe Notary Services on our YouTube live stream as the Geibel Gators and Zane Hickson on the mound finish his last couple of warm-up tosses. And, Tony, you have some stats there on Hickson.
Yeah, I do. Hickson, only a freshman getting the start here today. Hickson so far on the year, 1-1 on the year. He's thrown 16 innings, comes in with a 3.06 ERA, which is extremely good. This is his 5th appearance of the year. He's given up 8 hits, 14 runs, but only 7 of those were earned. 20 bases on balls compared to 28 strikeouts. So that's something that he's probably going to need to work on here, try to get the walk to strikeout ratio down a little bit. But, yeah, throwing pretty well so far on this early part of the season for Geibel.
Geibel in their home black uniforms with dark green lettering and dark green numbers and white trim. Turkeyfoot Valley in the away golds with navy blue pants. We'll check the numbers here as well on the Turkeyfoot Valley side. Look, navy blue numbers and white trim as Eli Walker steps in here for Turkeyfoot Valley. And we'll get this matchup underway between the Rams out of District 5 and the Geibel Gators out of the WPIAL as Walker swings and misses at the first pitch from Zane Hickson.
Yeah, and a chilly night. You get a little, put the ball in play here tonight, it's going to sting a little bit on those hands.
0-1 pitch, a breaking ball, swing and a miss. Just like that, 0-2 from Hickson to Walker. Game time temperature 43 degrees, sun's still out, but it's a chilly evening. We're actually staying warm here in the press box at Wild Things Field tonight. Breaking ball in the 0-2, high and inside. Takes the count now to 1-2. We're going to have to thank our video stream sponsors tonight. Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, State Representative Ryan Warner, the Paint Room, and Hillbilly's Bar and Grill in Donegal. 1-2 now. Hickson to Walker, and that one fouled back by Walker. They're doing a lot of construction here at Wild Things Park as well. Their season will get underway for the Wild Things coming up in late May.
Well, yeah, and they're replacing seats here pretty much throughout. Their old Three River Stadium seats, so I know if you're interested, I'm sure you can go online and probably purchase a couple.
1-2 pitch. Fastball misses low and outside there from Hickson to even up the count at 2-2 against Eli Walker, Aaron Groff, and Corbin Stimmel due up for Turkeyfoot Valley here in the top half of the first inning.
And Walker's going to call timeout here. Trying to fight. Actually started out 0-2, trying to work the count back here a little bit.
He's done a nice job to work his way back into the count here for Turkeyfoot Valley. Now the 2-2 pitch on the way. That one hopped in front of the catcher, Michael Novotny. Will bring the count full now to 3-2.
Well, that's one thing here at Wild Things Park. It's a deep area behind home plate. So if anything gets past with runners on, you can pretty much count it on one stolen base, and if not 2.
3-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses high for ball 4. So Walker, who Tony mentioned, fell behind 0-2 in the count, works his way back and draws a leadoff walk here for the Rams in the top half of the first inning. And you mentioned last year, Tony, when Turkeyfoot Valley knocked off Geibel 17-10. The Rams had 27 stolen bases in that game.
That's unbelievable. When I looked at that, I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute. They didn't combine the total year-to-date numbers with those totals for the game, but yeah, 27 stolen bases.
You figure in a 7-inning game, that's almost 4 stolen bases an inning. They did manage to plate 17 runs. Might have our first of the night here. Runner going down to second and sliding in safely there is Eli Walker for stolen base number 1 of the night for Turkeyfoot Valley.
Yeah, also the thing of it was, too, Geibel actually made 7 errors last year in this game. So they need to clean things up tonight if they want to pick up their second win of the year.
Now throw back to second, close
Ooh,
play.
he got him.
Out at second is Eli Walker. So Walker picked off on the move back there from Zane Hickson, caught Walker napping, and we have 1 out here in the top half of the first inning.
Wow, really unconventional way to step back and kind of throw across your body, but he did a great job there. Good job by Hickson, and good job by Stevenson to sneak in behind the runner.
And watching the replay, Walker never got his way back to the bag either, as Hickson finds the strike zone there to the freshman Aaron Groff, who's 0 for 5 so far this season at the plate for Turkeyfoot Valley.
Yeah, so 1 walk and erase a batter already.
Swing and a miss. That'll bring, and actually that will send down. That was the 3rd strike there as Groff goes down. First strikeout of the game for Hickson, and just like that, 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning.
Now, yeah, but with a pretty hot bat coming up in Corbin Stimmel, hitting .500 for the Rams so far early on the year.
One of just 3 RBIs for this Turkeyfoot Valley team on this young season. And he'll step in and take the first pitch for a strike from Zane Hickson.
Nice job by Hickson. Caught that outside corner. Stimmel 3 for 6 on the year so far. 1 RBI. No extra base hits.
No 1-pitch breaking ball. That one fouled back. Coming our way there, Tony.
Was coming our way. Is this bulletproof glass back here?
We don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out. It's right, yeah.
Carl can protect the camera if we get anything else back in this direction. 2 strikes here on Stimmel. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Rams, after Walker got picked off, end up being retired in order. And we'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Turkeyfoot Valley scoreless. Geibel coming to bat here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
The best pizza in town is at Little E's Al Altre, Uniontown's newest restaurant with all the organic crust, classic or gluten-free, all organic sauces, all natural meats and toppings, and a variety of specialty pizzas, including vegan options. More than pizza, Little E's has hearty homemade soups, appetizers, calzones, and strombolis, plus a variety of salads with vegan and gluten-free options. Open Wednesday and Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday until 9:30. Phone 724-880-6012 or stop in Little E's 7 West South Street across from the parking garage. Brian Morozek, Tony Anula back here at Wild Things Park in Washington. Geibel coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. This game scoreless, and here's Tony to set the Geibel batting lineup.
All right, for the Geibel Gators, leading off will be second baseman Seth Dolan. He'll be followed by catcher Mike Novotny. Batting third will be shortstop Ian Stevenson. In the fourth spot will be the pitcher Zane Hickson. Batting fifth, first baseman John Hess. Batting sixth will be center fielder Cade Yoders. Batting in the seventh spot will be right fielder Harrison Bechtold. Batting 8th will be third baseman Troy Hoffer. And batting 9th will be the DH Xander Zimmerman, who will be hitting for the left fielder Danny Arnett.
And Tony, you also have the defense for Turkeyfoot Valley.
Yes. Let's go left to right in the outfield. Left fielder will be Ben Groff. Center fielder, Aaron Groff. Right fielder will be Jesse Feathers. On the infield, third base will be Triton Myers. Shortstop, Eli Walker. Second baseman will be Cole Rugg. At first will be Lawson Smith. Behind the plate, Corbin Stimmel. And on the mound today will be sophomore Lee Bowers, who's coming in making his second appearance of the year. He's actually only thrown 2 innings on the year. Comes in with a 38.50 ERA, has given up 9 hits, 11 runs. All of them are earned. 3 bases on balls and 3 strikeouts so far on this young season for the Turkeyfoot Rams.
And you might actually see some longer warm-up tosses on a cold night like this, Tony.
Well, yeah, it's going to be tough. And, the other thing, too, is, Brian, you look out here, it's a big outfield, too. I mean, anything gets out there, it could be trouble for anybody. So you're right, and it's going to take a little bit. I mean, most of these kids now, you can see they even have hoods on underneath their jerseys, and it's a chilly night, so the pitcher's going to have to stay warm.
So Seth Dolan to lead things off here for Geibel in the bottom of the first inning. The senior second baseman batting 188 so far this season. And Bowers now set with the first pitch here to Dolan. Catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Mentioned Lee Bowers on the mound. His brother Luke also played baseball for Turkeyfoot Valley. Was a student broadcaster here at Turkeyfoot as well, an official, now a freshman at Allegheny College of Maryland. As Dolan swings and misses at the 0-1 to take the count to 0-2. He actually shadowed us, Tony, for a basketball broadcast a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
Had his own YouTube channel and actually broadcast a lot of the games not only for the school district but on his channel as well, as that one fouled off by Seth Dolan. Take the count to 0-2. Of course, our good buddy Billy Dice's wife Nicole, the superintendent for the Turkeyfoot Valley Schools.
Yeah, that's what we said. My man Manny should have been the bad boy here today.
I was surprised he was not here.
Yeah. Ooh, nice breaking
ball
pitch
there, and that is going to catch the inside corner for strike 3 to send down Dolan for the first down to this bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up the freshman catcher, Michael Novotny. Novotny's bat's gotten off to a nice start this season, Tony, batting .353 with an RBI.
Yeah, .353, already 6 hits on the year, 1 RBI, but doing a great job in the second spot.
Bowers, first pitch to Novotny, finds the strike zone again, 0-1. Wonder if the umpires might have a more generous strike zone on a cold night like this.
I will guarantee that.
Now the 0-1 pitch on the way. And that ball hit on a line, but gloved down by the Turkeyfoot Valley first baseman, Lawson Smith.
Smith only had to take 1 step to his right there, perfectly placed. Novotny was mad because he knew he got pretty good iron on that, I should say. I guess you'd say aluminum, but yeah, had pretty good wood on it, but good play there by Smith at first base.
On a cold night, though, like this, you can't take anything for granted out there. Zine Stevenson comes to the plate, takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Stevenson batting .385 with 2 RBIs. The Geibel sophomore shortstop.
Well, we know he has a game. We did a lot of his games down at Hark, and he's a pretty nice-looking player, no doubt.
1-0 pitch, a little high, moves the count to 2-0. So a pretty good basketball player as well for the Geibel program.
Yep, only a sophomore.
We'll see him for a couple of more seasons. Now the 2-0 pitch, Bowers to Stevenson. Again, high. No, late called strike there. Makes the count to 2-1.
Yeah, you can see you get that little high strike is going to be called a lot here tonight, I think.
I agree with you as well.
It's about a belt high.
Now the 2-1 on the way. And Stevenson trying to rip it on the left side will go into foul territory over the netting to take the count even to 2-2. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hinola tonight. Carl Childs behind the camera here on the WMBS YouTube page. Appreciate you taking the time to join us on this chilly evening for high school baseball action. Turkeyfoot Valley out of District 5 and Geibel in their second year back in the WPIAL. 2-2, fouled again, this time on the right side by Stevenson.
Yes.
Actually, the scoreboard on here, Tony, but nobody came up to operate it. That's why we actually had all of our gear plugged into it, so we're just going manual on the score display for the folks that normally watch a lot of our broadcasts, wondering what's going on.
Yeah, they're used to seeing that now.
Yes, 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball. Did that clip Stevenson?
They are going to give him a hit by pitch. Wow.
Did clip him on the inside.
Yeah, must have caught the jersey or something, but he was fortunate enough to get out of the way. That was kind of head high there for him.
Yes. So that'll give him first base with 2 outs and a scoreless game here in the bottom of the first with Zane Hickson, the Geibel pitcher, coming to the plate. Only a freshman, but he's batting .467 with 4 RBIs.
Did a pretty nice job on the mound there, too, in that first inning.
So now Bowers will have to watch a speedy Stevenson on the base paths. First pitch, a swing and a miss from Hickson, takes the count to 0-1. And don't be surprised in the situation if you see Stevenson run with 2 outs here in the inning, trying to get in a scoring position.
Yeah, and I can honestly say I did not watch Stimmel in warm-up, so I don't know what kind of arm he has behind the dish. But you're right, just with the speed. There goes Stevenson now.
Runner going, and the throw down to second, not in time. Stolen base for Ian Stevenson. Puts him into scoring position. And Geibel an opportunity trying to get a run around here in the bottom of the first inning.
Now Hickson with 4 RBIs so far in the first 4 games for Geibel. Trying to help himself here. I'm sorry, first 5 games.
Next pitch, a breaking ball inside again there from Bowers. I think we're 3-0 now.
I think you are correct.
2-1, 2-1. Staying correct. It's 2-1. Bowers to Hickson. 2-1 delivery, another breaking ball. That one is high, takes the count to 3-1.
Stimmel checking Hickson checking the coach. They're going to hold Stevenson on second. Opens up a big hole on the left side.
3-1 on the way. This one shot back up the middle. Will go to Walker, the shortstop. Throw over to first in time to Lawson Smith to retire Hickson 6-3 for the final out of the inning. So Geibel ends up stranding Ian Stevenson. Will go to the top of the second inning. Scoreless. Geibel and Turkeyfoot Valley here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on the WMBS YouTube page.
State Representative Ryan Warner wishes the Geibel baseball team the best of luck this year. Your determination and hard work represent the very best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, have a great year. And go Gators! Swing on over to the Paint Room Bar and Grill, your hometown spot for great food, cold drinks, and good times. Whether you're celebrating a big win or just looking for a place to unwind after the game, the Paint Room has you covered with delicious daily specials, friendly service, and a welcoming atmosphere right in Connellsville. So stop in, grab a bite, catch up with friends, because at the Paint Room Bar and Grill, every night feels like a home game victory. The Paint Room Bar and Grill, where Connellsville comes to eat, drink, and cheer.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are proud residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and more. Experienced therapists providing quality rehabilitation close to home. Convenient hours, accessible location, all major insurances accepted. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access. 724-437-7500.
Why move? Grow into the home you love and transform your space with First Federal of Greene County. They offer home equity loans, home equity lines of credit, and FHA Title I home improvement loans, all to keep your roots planted where you want to be. Visit a loan officer today or lock in your rate before the market heats up and apply online anytime at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729. Prime Rozak, Tony Anula back here at Wild Things Park, moving to the top of the second inning, and Lee Bowers to lead things off here for Turkeyfoot Valley, facing Zane Hickson, and Bowers swings and misses at the first pitch there from Hickson, and the count at 0-1, and Tony Bowers has gotten off to a nice start this season, batting .400, again, the sophomore pitcher.
Yeah, pretty good numbers early on, both him and Stimmel back-to-back. Got to give Eli Walker some credit, too, in that last inning. Made a nice play at the end of the inning to retire Hickson, but the way he was breaking back to the hole, I did not think he was going to get back in time to get that ball, but fielded it nicely and made a great throw across the diamond. So nice play by Walker.
0-1 was fouled off. Now the 0-2 pitch. This ball hit high in the air to right field. Harrison Bechtel moving over, and the ball go off of his glove and hop away Relay coming into second. It's going to be a close play, and they're going to rule Bowers safe at second. She'll have to score that, Tony. E9 out there in right field.
E9 is right. And the thing of it was, I actually thought Bechtold was going to catch it after he tipped it.
I did too.
Yeah, I thought he was kind of looking at it. I almost thought he was going to catch it right there, but unable to find it. So that's going to be an E, but all of a sudden, Turkeyfoot now with a runner on second base.
And Lawson Smith at the plate. Hickson's first pitch to Smith was low for ball one. Thought time might have been called there, too, the way the umpire stepped out.
Let's see if he gives a count here.
Smith back in the batter's box. 1-0 pitch, high and inside. Count should be 2-0 unless time was called and the first pitch was not counted.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he hasn't signaled anything yet.
And a 2-0 on the way, and that old nubber going here off a delay. It's going to be the shortstop, Stevenson, on the throw over to first. And they're going to say everybody's safe as the first baseman, Hess, was pulled off the bag there, Tony.
Yeah. That was an interesting play.
He didn't catch it, though. That was the other issue.
He didn't catch it either.
I
think he probably would have had a chance to get Smith there if he catches a ball cleanly, but I think we're going to have to chalk up another E, and now runners at first and third.
You have now Smith running down to second, no throw. So he's able to get to second base safely. Now runners on second and third here for Turkeyfoot Valley with nobody out in a scoreless game in the top of the second inning. And there's a fastball into Triton Myers from Zane Hickson.
Myers, not a whole lot of at-bats here on the year, only 0 for 3. But coming up in a big spot now for the Rams.
Freshman third baseman went around there with a big cut, and that will be strike 3. So down goes Myers off of 3 pitches from Zane Hickson, and he's retired for the first out of this top of the second inning.
Now, third strikeout on the game for Hickson. He's looking to get 2 more to get out of this jam.
Another freshman, Jesse Feathers, now at the plate for Turkeyfoot Valley. He'll take the first pitch for strike 1. Feathers just 0 for 2 at the plate so far this season. Freshman right fielder.
Yeah, a lot of these guys have not seen a whole lot of plate appearances.
Yeah, they've only played 3 games so far this year as well for Turkeyfoot Valley. Swing and a miss there from Feathers. Takes the count now to 0-2. So Geibel trying to get out of a jam after Bowers and Lawson both got aboard via defensive errors. There's a swing and a miss from Feathers.
I thought that was strike 3.
I did too.
Yeah.
Feathers went back in the batter's box and made me wonder what was going on.
Yeah, I'm thinking, wait a minute here.
Not getting 4 strikes today, but it is the 4th strikeout of the game for Zane Hickson.
Worth a try.
Yeah, so Feathers goes down. And now Cole Rugg will come to the plate. Rugg, a sophomore, 0 for 4 so far this season. First pitch to Rugg. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, you can't blame Feathers for trying.
No,
what the heck? If you can get 4 of them, why
Seen
not?
a couple of situations in football history, guys have had 5 downs instead of 4.
This is true.
Yeah, swing and a miss there. Now 2 strikes on Cole Rugg. This will be a great rally back here for Hickson on the Geibel side. If he can strike out Myers, Feathers, and Rugg in succession to get the Gators out of the inning. Now the 0-2 pitch here on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Hickson does just that. He's motoring right along. He has 5 strikeouts so far. He's yet to give up a hit in the game. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless. Turkeyfoot Valley and Geibel here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, where good friends have been meeting for good food, good drinks, and good times for over 70 years. From delicious pizza, wings, hoagies, sandwiches, salads, dinner entrees, and more, Bud's has something for everyone on their menu. With the addition of banquet rooms, Bud's is also the perfect place to hold your party or gathering without spending a small fortune. Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, proud supporter of local high school sports.
When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. If you were injured in an accident, don't know where to turn, and want to know what your rights are, we'd be happy to meet with you. We're local and have helped hundreds of people here in Fayette County recover in accident cases. Most importantly, we pride ourselves on being able to locate coverage or find claims that other attorneys may have missed. Call us about your case at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys.
Moving now to the bottom of the second inning for the Geibel Gators. It'll be John Hess, Cade Yoders, and Harrison Bechtel. Hitters 5, 6, and 7. And this game's still scoreless, Tony.
Still scoreless. And you got to wonder, too, Brian, on a chilly night like tonight, how long do you go with the starting pitchers? I mean, do you get them to the 75-pitch limit, or do you cut them off early? Or we'll have to see what happens here, especially.
Of course, they can go 100.
Well, yeah, I know. But I
don't think you want to do it this early in the season on a cold night.
Yeah.
You mentioned Bowers had only thrown 2 innings so far this season coming into this game. It's also a situation, too, especially on the Turkeyfoot side. I mentioned Geibel played a game here against Shar Houston earlier. This will be their only game of the season at this complex. Maybe get a couple of kids into the lineup to pitch, because how many opportunities are they going to maybe have in their career to get an opportunity to pitch here at Wild Things Park?
Yep, totally agree with you. So I was kind of throwing that out as well. It's like, plus it's a non-conference game
Correct.
For you as well.
0-1 after the foul ball from Hess, and Hess another swing and a miss there. Bowers' pitch appeared to be a little bit outside. Nonetheless, he'll take the count to 0-2. Hess batting .214 with 3 RBIs, junior first baseman for the Geibel Gators. And now the 0-2 pitch on the way here. And a little nubber going to third, and it gets past Triton Myers into left field. Also gets by Ben Groff. So look out here, an opportunity for John Hess. He's still going, rounding second, on his way to third. Relay coming in. And you'll get Hess all the way down to third after the initial error committed there at third, and also got by Ben Groff out in left.
Yeah, we got 2 errors on the same play. And interestingly enough, it was the same pitch that Hess actually he pulled his head out the last pitch that was on the outside corner. He was trying to pull it, but at least that time he went with it on the outside pitch, and now he's on third base.
Now Cade Yoders at the plate. First pitch swinging. Ground ball here to second. Rugg throw over to first in time to Lawson Myers, but it will score John Hess. So give Yoders an RBI on the 4-3, and Geibel takes a 1-0 lead on the run scored from John Hess.
Yeah, and Yoders picks up his 3rd RBI of the year.
Comes at a good time here in the bottom of the second inning.
So good start to this inning for the Geibel Gators.
Now bring up Harrison Bechtel. Bechtel first pitch swinging, fouls it back there for Geibel.
I thought that pitch might have been just a little bit inside, but Bechtel did a good job fighting it off.
Base is now empty. Bechtel batting from the left side, .278 average, an RBI for the sophomore right fielder. Fouled off another one that appeared from our vantage point at least to be a little bit inside as well.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty close to the plate, too, so anything on that inside corner is going to be tough for him to handle.
It's now the 0-2, Bowers to Bechtel. That one hit right back at Bowers, and he makes the snag. Boy, he had to be quick on the reaction there, Tony. And Bowers able to grab that liner and retire Bechtel for the second out of the inning.
Well, that was, 1, a great play, and 2, it was great self-defense, because he would have taken a shot there. Might have gone off his thigh, but good catch there. Great job by Bowers to be ready, actually in fielding position whenever the pitch was thrown.
Now Troy Hoffer at the plate, swings and misses of the first pitch there from Bowers, 0-1. Hoffer batting .067, junior third baseman for the Gators. Next delivery on the way, breaking ball misses high and inside. Xander Zimmerman, the designated hitter, due up next, then back to the top of the order, and Seth Dolan. Next pitch here to Hoffer, and Hoffer fouling that one back off the netting. Get our live video stream tonight, courtesy of Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, State Representative Ryan Warner, the Paint Room, and Hillbilly's Bar and Grill in Donegal. Next pitch here to Hoffer. Breaking ball, and that's going to be a called strike 3 to send down Hoffer and end the inning. But the Gators get a run on the RBI from Cade Yoders that drives in John Hess. So we've played 2, and Geibel leads at 1-0 here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on the WMBS YouTube page.
State Representative Ryan Warner wishes the Geibel baseball team the best of luck this year. Your determination and hard work represent the very best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, have a great year. And go Gators!
Life sounds good with Henry and Stewart Audiology.
This is Dr. James Stewart. I know that many of you have enjoyed hearing what amounted to pure nonsense for my kids for the past few years and wondered if I even existed. Well, I do. And we at Henry and Stewart Audiology have been serving the Uniontown and surrounding communities since 1974. And better still, I've been utilizing my kids for free labor for like 3 years. Well, we do indeed have 3 locations, Uniontown, Connellsville, and Carmichael's, and strive to give our patients the very best care. What? Did I miss something?
Don't forget our phone number, which is 724-439-4380.
Cares, you are just terrible.
Oh, Daddy.
Life sounds good with Henry and Stewart Audiology.
Ben Groff leading off the top half of the third here for Turkeyfoot Valley. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1 from Zane Hickson.
Hit 2 innings so far, and neither team with a hit.
1-0 pitch on the way. Called strike there on the outside corner. Groff, sophomore left fielder's first plate appearance on the season, at least according to the max prep stats that we got from Turkeyfoot Valley before the game. 1-1 pitch here, high and tight. And they're going to peel down to first, making sure he didn't go around. First base umpire says no, he didn't, so the count's at 2-1.
Smart chance, though, for an appeal. I don't blame him for doing it.
2-1 on the way, and this ball grounded here to second. Dolan charging, tough play. Throw over to first, not in time. You have to give Groff an infield single there, Tom.
Yes, you do. Motored down the line and actually picked up a infield single to start it off, and that's a good sign for Turkeyfoot with your number 9 hitter getting on to lead off the inning.
A good job there from Groff, making the most of his plate appearances. Now bring up the top of the order, and Eli Walker actually walked to start the game. I'll throw over to first, head for a slide back safely there from Groff.
Well, that's one thing, too. You got to be extremely careful. If you're going to try to pick guys off here, that right fielder has to cover down the line, because if that ball gets loose, the runner could actually score.
I mentioned Walker stole a base that got picked off of second back in the first inning after walking. Takes that pitch for a strike on the outside corner.
Tell you what, Hickson likes that outside corner. He's doing a nice job, too. He's paying a number of pitches on that outside corner.
5 strikeouts so far as well for Geibel. And this ball chopped here on the left side will be another tough play. Hoffer has it, makes the throw to second, not in time, and just well positioned off the little number there from Walker.
Yeah, and you would think that that ball would kind of fly a little bit more on that turf, but kind of slowed down, actually. So a fielder's choice, but Walker now with 2 guys on base.
Maybe still frozen or something there, Tone.
Yeah.
Some hidden snow on it. Slowing it down on a cold night like this. And now Aaron Groff at the plate. He was one of the strikeout victims against Hickson back in the first inning. Now 2 on and nobody out. And showing bunt with a little line drive. Going back to the pitcher. But a wide throw here that'll get into center field. And that will allow Groff to get down to third. So you'll have Groff. That's Ben Groff getting down to third. Aaron Groff retired on the F1. And now runners on the corners here for Turkeyfoot Valley.
Yeah, and the thing of it was, I think Hickson had a lot of time. He could have went to second or first, at least just to get out.
Yeah, rush the throw. Now runner going here and no throw, as that will allow Eli Walker to get down to second base here for Turkeyfoot Valley.
And another stolen base for the Turkeyfoot Rams. I have them for 2 so far.
And here's a line drive that'll get through on the left side. This might score 2 runs for Turkeyfoot Valley as the ball gets past Arnett out in left field. That will allow both Ben Groff and Eli Walker to score on the play. And sliding into third, there is Corbin Stimmel. And Turkeyfoot Valley now a 2-1 lead over Geibel.
Well, I'm going to give Stimmel 2 RBIs on that because I think both runs would have scored easily. But you also have to tack on an E7 out there that allowed Stimmel to get to third base.
Yeah, I agree. I think both of those runners would have come across either way for the Turkeyfoot Valley Rams. And first pitch swinging there as Lee Bowers fouls it off. So the Rams putting something together here, Tony, in the top of the third inning. Now leading Geibel by a score of 2-1.
Well, the Rams now with 2 hits in this inning, only 7 in the first 3 games.
That ball grounded to third. A little juggle there from Hoffer. Throw over to first, not in time. That'll play another run as Stimmel comes around to score. Now it's 3-1 Turkeyfoot Valley.
Yeah, a tough play right there. Third baseman Hoffer just couldn't get a handle on it. So now that's going to plate another run. You're going to have to give an RBI there to Bowers.
Bowers' first RBI of the season. Now 3 across for Turkeyfoot Valley in the top half of the third, and Lawson Smith now the 6th Ram to bat here in this half inning.
Yeah, Smith reached on an error in his first plate appearance.
Also stole a base there for the Rams. And you have Bowers now on second, Smith at the plate, and that pitch inside there from Zane Hickson.
Then maybe we can see how there was 27 stolen bases in that game last year.
Just 1 out here in the inning. And Smith digging in. Hickson's next pitch high and inside again.
Yeah, Hickson. I think he's a little bit mad at himself for making that throw, that throwing error that went into center field.
Long glance back at second, throw back to second, and a head first slide back safely there from Bowers.
Stevenson with the quick tag. Almost got Bowers there, too.
And no courtesy runner for Bowers, running for himself. Turkeyfoot Valley just 2 available substitutions in this game as well. There's a fastball swing and a miss. Big cut there from Smith as Hickson brought the heat.
Well, Hickson trying to get out of another jam. And the last inning, he struck out the last 3 guys after putting men on second and third. But now trying to strand a runner at second base, already giving up 3.
Just 1 out here in the inning. And there's a swing and a miss to Lawson Smith, who now has 2 strikes on him. Count full now, 3-2.
And Hickson, we said, has walked a few batters so far in this season, trying to not do it here.
Payoff pitch on the way. It's going to be high for ball 4, and Lawson Smith aboard here for Turkeyfoot Valley.
It's the second walk on the game so far for Hickson. Puts runners now at first and second for the Turkeyfoot Rams.
Triton Myers now coming to the plate, the freshman third baseman. Struck out back in the second inning. Hickson now, first pitch to Myers, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Myers now the 7th Ram to bat here in the top half of the third.
And Coach Swank's got to be pretty happy so far with this inning for the Rams. Hasn't seen a whole lot of run production in the first 3 games.
Actually matched their season total coming into this game already here tonight.
Yep.
And 3 runs. Losses against Clay Battelle, Shanksville, Stony Creek, and Ferndale to start the Rams season. Now Hickson ready for his next pitch here to Myers with 2 on and 1 out and 3 already across for Turkeyfoot Valley here in this half inning. Runner going down to third, and that throw is going to get in a shallow left, but well backed up as Bowers gets into third, advancing to second, Lawson Smith. Now 2 in scoring position here for Turkeyfoot Valley with 3 already across in this half inning.
Well, smart play there, though, by the sophomore Stevenson to back that throw up. I thought once it went into left field that you were going to have another run across the plate for the Rams.
Fastball there, missing on the outside corner to Myers. Now first base open with Jesse Feathers due up next. This is the position in the batting lineup where Hickson excelled, striking out Myers, Feathers, and Rugg last time through the order in succession. And this ball hit high in the air in foul territory. And no play on it there for John Hess, the Geibel first baseman.
Yeah, that ball was in the dirt on the throw to Hoffer. And next thing you know, Stevenson's back there and picked it up. And really after sliding there at third base, Bowers really couldn't get up quick enough to even try to score, but good job by Stevenson.
Hickson, straight look over at third. Next pitch here, high to Triton Myers.
Another full count?
Yes. So Turkeyfoot making Hickson throw a lot of pitches here in this half inning. And he'll miss there on the 3-2 to load up the bases. So back-to-back walks issued by Hickson to Smith and Myers to load up the bases. 3 already across here in the top of the third. And Turkeyfoot Valley now leading 3-1. And Jesse Feathers will be the 8th Ram to bat here in this half inning.
Feathers looking for his first hit of the year. 0 for 3 on the season.
And Feathers, a swing and a miss there at the first pitch from Hickson. Counted 0-1.
Yeah, and already 3 across so far here for the Rams. And looking to do some more damage.
I'm going to try to put one in play here for Turkeyfoot Valley with the bases loaded. That one fouled off again by Feathers.
I don't know how he got a piece of that. I actually thought it was going to hit him.
Has nubbed it a little bit, but the count now 0-2 from Hickson to Feathers. 0-2 pitch on the way, and that one misses high. Count now 1-2.
Yeah, one thing we're not doing here tonight, and I should say I'm not doing tonight, is I'm not keeping track of pitches. I got to find my pitch counter here, but I know one thing. Hickson's thrown a lot of pitches in this inning so far.
That one low and outside. Evens up the count now at 2-2 to Jesse Feathers.
And he's walked 2 batters and gone full probably on 2 others in this inning.
2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and boy, did Geibel need that.
And Feathers again, he said, wait a minute, man.
Wanted 4 strikes.
Yeah.
That's a 6th strikeout of the game for Hickson. That'll bring Cole Rugg to the plate, the 9th Ram to bat here in the top of the third.
And you have Hickson now working from the stretch.
First pitch, miss low and inside there to Rugg. Rugg now 0 for 5 so far this season for Turkeyfoot Valley. Sophomore second baseman. Next pitch on the way. That one, a called strike on the inside corner.
Yeah, it was a pretty good looking pitch there. Kind of had Rugg backing out a little bit, but caught the inside corner, so good pitch by Hickson.
Hickson's next delivery here to Rugg, hit high in the air on the right side in foul territory and off the glove of John Hess, who is unable to hang on. So a little reprieve there for Rugg and the Rams.
I tell you what, in Hess's defense, though, he had to go a long way there to try to get it.
Yes.
And Tuff tried to make that catch, had to reach out and just couldn't keep it in his glove.
Lights now on here at Wild Things Field, commercially known as EQT Park. And that one getting away from the catcher, Novotny, and that will allow Turkeyfoot Valley to score another run as the head-first slide into home from Bowers increases the Turkeyfoot Valley lead now to 4-1.
Yeah, and as we said, a lot of room back here behind home plate. And Bowers, as soon as that ball got past Novotny, did not stop and made it easily.
That pitch low and outside.
So can't give him a stolen base. Actually, I think it was a pass ball.
Runners now in second and third. Another pitch low there to Cole Rugg, and that will walk him to load up the bases again. Now Ben Groff will come on to bat for the second time in this half inning.
Yeah, and that's the 4th walk so far on the game for Hickson. Now
Groff, who started things with an infield single, takes strike 1 here from Zane Hickson.
Yeah, and actually was able to score on that error.
0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Now 2 strikes on Ben Groff.
Turkeyfoot with an offensive explosion here in this 3rd inning.
10 men coming to the plate. That ball foul tipped. Groff just getting a piece of it to stay alive.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was fouled or not.
0-2 here again. Pitch on the way, breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it for the top half of the third inning, which saw Turkeyfoot Valley bring 10 men to the plate and score 4 runs. So we'll go to the bottom of the third. Geibel some work to do, down 4-1 here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on the WMBS YouTube page.
Stop by Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, where good friends have been meeting for good food, good drinks, and good times for over 70 years. From delicious pizza, wings, hoagies, sandwiches, salads, dinner entrees, and more, Bud's has something for everyone on their menu. With the addition of banquet rooms, Bud's is also the perfect place to hold your party or gathering without spending a small fortune. Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, proud supporter of local high school sports.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports teams and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Geibel some work to do here as we move to the bottom of the third inning, down 4-1 against Turkeyfoot Valley. Brian Morozak along with Tony Hinola. Carl Childs behind the camera on the WMBS YouTube feed. Our live video stream courtesy of Bud Murphy's in Connellsville. State Representative Ryan Warner. The Paint Room and Hillbillies Bar and Grill in Donegal. This will be the first at-bat of the game, Tony, for Xander Zimmerman.
Yeah, I know. It seems like we played a few innings here already, but only two at-bats for the Geibel Gators.
And Zimmerman, a swing and a miss there on the first pitch from Lee Bowers. Has already eclipsed his inning total now coming into this game.
Yeah, Zimmerman trying to pick up his first hit here of the year as well. DHing today for left fielder Danny Arnett.
Swing and a miss there from Zimmerman takes the count now to 0-2.
Geibel looking to try to get some offense going. Still do not have a hit through the first 2 innings.
Zimmerman, the Gators senior, takes a pitch there outside from Bowers as the count moves to 1-2.
Left a man on base in that first inning. Scored a run.
Now the 1-2 pitch on the way. Bowers to Zimmerman. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Xander. So Bowers now 3 strikeouts in this game. Actually back-to-back strikeouts. Struck out Hoffer to end the bottom of the second. Now strikes out Zimmerman to start the bottom of the third. Then I'll bring up Seth Dolan in the top of the order. And he was the 3rd strikeout victim of Bowers back in the bottom of the first.
Right. Struck out to lead the game off for Geibel.
Swing at the first pitch here. Send it right back in Bowers' direction. And we'll send it over to Lawson Smith, the first baseman, to retire Dolan quickly there. 1-3. Just like that, Tony. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
Give Bowers credit, though. You know what? He makes the pitch, and he's actually ready to field. He's made 2 nice plays so far defensively for the Rams. That one might have been more life-saving than anything off of Bechtold, but still made a nice play.
First pitch swinging again here for Michael Novotny. Tough one in the hole there to Eli Walker. Throw not in time. I have to give Novotny an infield single there for Geibel. And the Gators, a base runner with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
And their first base hit of the game. And good play there by Walker. Went deep in the hole, was set and ready to go. Backhanded it. Made a nice throw, tried to skip it across the turf. But Novotny, with just a little bit too much speed, picks up the first hit for the Gators.
Ian Stevenson will try to put something together here for Geibel. Was hit by a pitch last time up. Sophomore batting .385. Takes the first pitch here low and outside for ball 1. Stevenson also stole a base back in the first inning.
Yeah, Stimmel trying to keep Novotny close at first base.
Bowers glance over his shoulder. Pitch on the way. This ball ripped but foul down the third base line there by Stevenson.
Just a little bit ahead of that pitch. Stevenson trying to shoot it down the left field line for extra bases.
Certainly just a friends and family crowd here, Tony, on this cold night at Wild Things Park. Stevenson trying to keep this inning going for Geibel. I'll step off the rubber there from Bowers.
Yeah, it's chilly, no doubt. Everybody's still home eating ham from Easter.
Yes. I ate some leftovers for lunch today. This ball ripped high in the air, deep to left. Look out here, Ben Groff going back to the wall, and that ball will one-hop off the wall. That will allow Michael Novotny to score on the play. Relay coming in, and it'll be a stand-up RBI triple for Ian Stevenson, and the Gators back to within a run at 4-2.
The third triple of the year so far for Stevenson, and you can see why. Nice power there. I was actually hoping that the ball did not bounce over the fence there for a minute, but Stevenson picks up the triple and an RBI.
His third RBI of the season as well. Now brings Zane Hickson now to the plate. Geibel now down 4-2, and that ball getting behind the catcher Stimmel, and that will allow Stevenson to score, and Geibel now back to within one at 4-3.
And all of a sudden, no offense for the first two innings, and now we see it all the time.
All this occurring with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
I think we're going to have to give the catcher a pass ball there. But Stevenson, as we said, third triple of the year, showing great speed as well.
Base is now empty with Zane Hickson at the plate. Fouls that one off. Count should be even at 1-1 after the pass ball.
Yes.
Bowers now set with the 1-1 here to Hickson, who grounded out 6-3 to end the first. Swing and a miss there. Now 2 strikes on Hickson. As Tony mentioned, a .467 average for the freshman pitcher entering this game with 4 RBIs. If he wants an RBI here, he's going to have to hit a home run. That pitch, a little inside, evens up the count at 2-2. But Geibel rallying back to within 1 now at 4-3 as we work here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. 2-2 pitch on the way, and Bowers misses there outside. Go full 3-2 now. Bowers to Hickson.
Waiting on deck is first baseman John Hess, if Hickson can keep this inning alive.
3-2 pitch now on the way. This ball grounded and through right in between Eli Walker and Triton Myers on the left side. So a 2-out single for Zane Hickson. And Geibel with another base runner. Hickson representing the game-tying run with John Hess coming to the plate.
Yeah, you had Bowers retire the first 2 batters pretty easily on only about, 3 or 4 pitches. Now all of a sudden gave up 3 straight hits in this inning.
Hess batting from the left side. A little number here going to Myers at third. Tough throw over to first. Close play, not in time. Now running down to third. There is Hickson, and he's safe.
So 4 straight hits now for the Geibel Gators. And runners on the corners. And
2 infield singles for Geibel here in this third inning. And now Cade Yoders will come to the plate. He's the 7th Gator to bat here in the bottom of the third. The bat's coming alive for both teams here in this third inning.
Yeah, you would think Yoders is going to take a pitch and let Hess take off, get in scoring position.
He takes the pitch, but Hess doesn't run, and the pitch in there for a strike, 0-1.
Hess missed a sign, you can tell, because Derek Victor's down at third base, kind of slapping himself on the head, saying, what happened here?
Now throw back to first, and back safely there is Hess.
Yeah, so Hess must have missed a sign, no doubt. You had to have him running on the first pitch.
I agree.
Yeah, just get himself in position to score.
So Yoders now behind 0-1. Runner going here, and Yoders hitting it on the left side. Dug up there by Myers. Throw over to first in time to retire Yoders 5-3 to get out of the inning for Turkeyfoot Valley. But Geibel getting 2 runs back, and after 3, it's Turkeyfoot Valley 4, Geibel 3 here on the C. Harbor Auto Group high school sports night on the WMBS YouTube page.
Soon, our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
The best pizza in town is at Little E's El Ultra, Uniontown's newest restaurant with all the organic crust, classic or gluten-free, all organic sauces, all natural meats and toppings, and a variety of specialty pizzas, including vegan options. More than pizza, Little E's has hearty homemade soups, appetizers, calzones, and strombolis, plus a variety of salads with vegan and gluten-free options. Open Wednesday and Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday until 9:30. Phone 724-880-6012 or stop in Little E's 7 West South Street across from a parking garage.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
State Representative Ryan Warner wishes the Geibel baseball team the best of luck this year. Your determination and hard work represent the very best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, have a great year. And go Gators!
Turkeyfoot Valley, a 4-3 lead over Geibel as we move to the top half of the fourth inning for Turkeyfoot Valley. Will be the top of the order again, Tony. Eli Walker, Aaron Groff, and Corbin Stimmel all coming to the plate for the third time in this game.
Well, yeah, you bat 10 guys around in that third inning. Kind of helps out a little bit.
Swing and a miss from Walker on the first pitch from Hickson. Walker walked, stole a base, and then was picked off in the first inning. Infield single and scored a run in the third. This ball hopping away after the pitch there from Hickson, getting away from Novotny to even up the count at 1-1.
Hickson back out for his fourth inning of work.
1-1 pitch here. Breaking ball misses high. 2-1 to Eli Walker. As you said, Tony, wonder how long the leash is going to be on both of our pitchers here tonight, Hickson and Bowers.
Yeah, like I said, a chilly evening as well, so you got to wonder how long they're each going to get the toss here tonight.
2-1 pitch. Fastball misses low and outside. Moves the count now to 3-1. For the first of two Geibel games we'll have on WMBS this year. We'll have their matchup against Monessen from Geibel High School on April the 30th for you as well. And that pitch missing to Walker to give Turkeyfoot Valley a base runner here to start the top half of the fourth inning.
That's the fifth walk of the game so far for Hickson.
I'll bring Aaron Groff to the plate. Groff 0 for 2 so far in this game. Quick check there on Walker. Had first slide back safely. Well, more high school baseball tomorrow afternoon, both on the radio and on the WMBS YouTube page. Laurel Highlands taking on Bell Vernon. Second game of a two-game series between the Leopards and the Mustangs. Runner going. Pitch was in there for a strike. Throw down to second, not in time. Stolen base for Walker. His second stolen base of the evening.
And what do you have so far, Brian? 5 stolen bases?
That is correct. So a long way from the 27 they had last year against Geibel.
Yeah. We're only in the fourth inning.
Yes, swing and a miss there from Groff. Still a long way to go. Nobody out here in the top half of the fourth. Again, Turkeyfoot Valley leading Geibel at 4-3.
I'll put it to you this way. If they stole 22 bases between now and the seventh inning, I don't think we'd get that far.
We might have number 6 here. Pitch missed. Throw down to third. Close play. And out at third is Walker. So Walker was picked off back in the first inning. Now caught stealing here in the fourth.
That was a nice throw there by Novotny, too. Good tag by Hoffer as well. But a perfect throw to get Walker. So now with one out, nobody on. A little different inning now for the Rams.
Aaron Groff still at the plate. Took a pitch there. Trying to get a reset on the count here from the home plate umpire.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what they called for the first pitch.
Hickson's next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss there from Groff. And that'll do it. That was strike three. Groff wasn't sure either.
Wow.
Seen a lot of that tonight.
Yeah.
Second time Groff has struck out. Now for Hickson, adding him up, Tony, was that 8 strikeouts?
Yep, I have 8 strikeouts to go along with 5 base on balls.
Corbin Stimmel at the plate, and that one got away from Hickson, to say the least.
Hickson saying that's my bad. Kind of lost the grip on it there. Stimmel kind of gave him a look.
The count 1-0 now to Corbin Stimmel. Came into this game with a 500 average. A little nubber there going foul. And he's 1 for 2 so far in this game. Struck out back in the first inning, but a 2 RBI single and scored a run in the third.
Now we said Hickson's numbers coming in. 20 bases on balls and 28 strikeouts in 16 innings of work. And he's pretty much on pace to what we expected.
That ball fouled away. A couple of fans had to move out of the way, so they didn't get nailed by that one. Count now 1-2. Geibel a strike away from getting out of the inning. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, and this one nubbed on the left side going foul. Dimensions here at EQT Park, 325 down the left field line, 405 with a high wall to straightaway center, and 325 down the right field line. They actually added some fencing here as well, Tony, it looks like.
Yep.
Bit of a higher fence than we've seen in past years. Another one nubbed foul. I think that would have been strike 3.
Yeah, I think they're going to call it. Yeah. It just got passed. So going to be a strikeout, but
Stimmel down to first.
Stimmel down to first is right. So the inning continues.
So the strikeout that wasn't. But now Bowers coming to the plate. That's an odd occurrence where you've seen guys maybe go 7 innings and have 22 strikeouts. That's how that happens.
Exactly.
That pitch misses high to Bowers. 1-0. Bowers got on Villanueva in the second inning. An RBI on an infield single and scored a run in the third.
Are you going to give Stimmel credit for his 9th strikeout?
A pitch missing the strike zone there to Bowers.
Still got a little giddy up there.
Yes.
I mean,
not wearing down yet.
Not at all. And like I said, do not have a pitch count on him here tonight. So
this ball hit high in the air to shallow center field, but it will be the shortstop Stevenson backing up to make the catch for the final out of the inning. So no damage done. The Rams end up stranding Stimmel. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Halfway home, Turkeyfoot Valley still leading Geibel 4-3 here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on the WMBS YouTube page.
Swing on over to the Paint Room Bar and Grill, your hometown spot for great food, cold drinks, and good times. Whether you're celebrating a big win or just looking for a place to unwind after the game, the Paint Room has you covered with delicious daily specials, friendly service, and a welcoming atmosphere right in Connellsville. So stop in, grab a bite, catch up with friends, because at the Paint Room Bar and Grill, every night feels like a home game victory. The Paint Room Bar and Grill, where Connellsville comes to eat, drink, and cheer.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about M&R Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
If you're an athlete, you know the importance of a strong recovery. NovaCare provides several athletic training programs geared toward athletic-related injuries and collaborates with Albert Gallatin, Uniontown, Fraser, California, Jefferson Morgan, Waynesburg, West Green, and Mapletown school districts to help student athletes stay at their best. From coordinating additional specialist care to treating on-site injuries, their experts cater to your personal needs. Specialized services include concussion diagnosis and rehabilitation and treatment for sport-specific injuries. For more information on athletic training at NovaCare, visit novacare.com or contact your local office today. Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
We have a new pitcher for Turkeyfoot Valley as we come back for this bottom of the fourth inning. It is Corbin Stimmel. And the new catcher is going to be Lee Bowers. They basically just switched positions there, Tony.
Yep, that's exactly right.
The battery stays the same. It just swaps now. Stimmel throwing to Bowers. You don't see that very often either.
No, you don't.
That's kind of a tough situation for Stimmel, who spent the first 3 innings on a cold night behind the plate and has to come out and throw.
Yeah, maybe he thinks that catcher's gear is going to warm him up a little bit.
Yeah, it's not exactly ideal, but again, you have a team that's dressing 11 players here today. Sometimes those things just have to happen. Do you have any numbers on Stimmel pitching so far this season, Tony?
Let's take a look here. So far, Stimmel has thrown 2 innings. This is his second appearance. He's thrown 2 innings, comes in with a 10.50 ERA, has given up 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of those were earned, 1 base on ball and 2 strikeouts, also gave up a home run.
Harrison Bechtel, first pitch swinging, fouls it off. So Corbin Stimmel operating from the stretch. 0-1 here to Bechtel, swing and a miss. Now 0-2 to Harrison Bechtel. Came into the game with a .278 average and an RBI for the sophomore right fielder. Lined out to the then pitcher Lee Bowers back in the second inning. 0-2 pitch here, and this ball chopped from Bechtel over to first.
Tough
and a little
play.
flip. And they're going to say, no, the ball was dropped. It would have been in time. I think off the flip there back to Stimmel. But the ball was dropped, and that'll give Bechtel first base.
Yeah, what are we going to do there?
It was a tough play.
It was, yeah, it was a tough play. You know what? I'm going to be during this Holy Week. I'm going to give him a single.
Infield single there for Bechtel. The Gators will appreciate it.
Or post Holy Week.
Yeah, post Holy Week. Yes.
Yes. Post Holy Week. I'm going to give him a single. Actually, because I tell you what, that was a really tough play. That ball was slow, and he showed good speed getting down the line. So we'll give Bechtel the hit.
Hoffer first pitch swinging there, fouls it off. Count 0-1 now. Stimmel to Bechtel, nobody out. Bottom of the fourth inning. Geibel down a run at 4-3.
That's the 5th hit of the evening so far for the Geibel Gators.
0-1 pitch was low and outside. Actually, did we miss one there, Tony?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's going back for it looks like we did. So that's going to be the first strikeout for Stimmel.
Yeah, as Hoffer goes down.
Yep.
Maybe we're sleeping at the wheel.
Yeah, not unusual for me, I can tell you that.
Now Xander Zimmerman at the plate. He struck out first time up last inning. This one hit high in the air, right in the Bermuda Triangle there in left center field. Will drop between Walker and both Groffs. Aaron in center and Ben in left.
Yeah, and you don't know if that was one of those things where they kind of lost it in the lights or what, but it was perfectly placed by Zimmerman, who's picking up his first hit of the year. And now Geibel with 1 out and 2 men on.
The top of the order, Seth Dolan coming to the plate. Geibel down a run at 4-3 here as we work in the home half of the fourth. First pitch to Dolan, high and inside for ball 1.
Yeah, Dolan 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out, grounded out to the pitcher his last time up on a nice defensive play by Bowers when he was on the mound.
1-0 pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike to even things up at 1-1. You turned on the heat earlier, Tony. Getting cold again. Might have to bump up the temperature a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still on, put it that way.
Count at 1-1. Misses outside there. Count moves to 2-1.
I didn't change it. It was set at 78. It was only 51 when we walked in.
Not a good sign.
No. It was 51 when we walked in. So
might be freezing some pipes tonight.
Yeah. Well.
Swing and a miss there. Even to the count at 2-2, but it got away from Bowers. And advancing down to third down, opportunity to score on the play here is Bechtel, and he'll slide into home and tie this game up at 4. And you still have loose on the base path Zimmerman going all the way down to third.
Whoa. Well, let's see here. We got 2 errors on the play, that's for sure.
That got ugly quickly.
That sure did.
In the field for Turkeyfoot Valley.
So we're going to give an E to the catcher. Then we're going to give an E to the shortstop.
And you still have Dolan at the plate after all of that. Taking one there high and inside.
And Zimmerman now in scoring position at third base with a tie game.
Just one out still here in the inning. And Dolan taking that one high, and that's ball 4. So Dolan walking from the leadoff spot. You've had 3 of 4 Gators reach base safely here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Game now tied at 4 with Michael Novotny coming into plate. Novotny 1 for 2 with a run scored.
Yeah, Novotny lined out the first base his first time up and singled his last time. As Brian mentioned, scored a run.
Novotny a chopper here, going to Walker at short. Make the throw over to first in time to retire Novotny 6-3, but give Novotny an RBI as he'll drive in Zimmerman on the play. And Geibel now in the lead at 5-4.
Yep, Novotny picks up his second RBI of the year. Zimmerman crosses the plate. So now that lead that was held by Turkeyfoot evaporated. Geibel starting to put together a little bit of offense.
Yeah, Turkeyfoot was sitting pretty up 4-1.
Yep.
Now 2 outs here in the inning, and Ian Stevenson at the plate for Geibel.
Stevenson tripled his last time up, drove in a run, scored a run.
First pitch here to Ian. Fouled off on the right side. No play on it.
Well, Stevenson, as we said, good-looking sophomore.
I
man.
agree.
We like his game. We've seen it before, obviously, when he was younger, calling some of his games at heart, but really knows the game. We saw it on the backup, and just a nice hitter as well. Nice curveball there.
From Stimmel.
Exactly.
Finds the strike zone. Now 2 outs here in the inning. Geibel now on top 5-4.
Stevenson came in batting .385, has lifted this average over 400.
And he'll go opposite field, but foul here on the right side. Now 2 strikes on Ian Stevenson. Trying to stay alive here and keep the inning alive. Has already produced a couple of runs for the Geibel Gators. 2-strike pitch, and Stevenson will hit that one in the gap on the left side. That'll easily score Dolan on the play. Stevenson still running on his way down to third. He'll have another stand-up triple.
Wow.
So he's back-to-back triples on his last 2 at-bats. Picks up another RBI. A run score there for Dolan. And Geibel's lead now up to 6-4 here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Back-to-back RBI triples. So Stevenson now 2 on the night, 4 on the season. As we said, that's his 4th triple of the year in only 5 games so far for Geibel.
How'd the inning end there, Tony? I was switching the scoreboard.
I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
I went to Hickson. I'll try to watch it and call this one back here off the replay on what ended up ending.
Yeah, I was looking at stats here.
The inning. We'll keep it right here and go back and figure out exactly what happened there to Hickson, who had come into the game with a .467 average and 4 RBIs. But I was updating. We're going to have to manually update the scoreboard here. So I'm going back on the monitor. Actually rolled it back a little bit.
Wasn't the old hidden ball trick at third base, was it?
They had the stoppage.
I'm not sure what happened.
I'm looking at the wide field. And they just walked out. They must have thrown back at one of the bases there, Tony. I don't know, but it's not going to be an out recorded to Hickson. It was somewhere on the base paths. Maybe Stevenson missed a base?
Maybe.
But nonetheless, we'll go to the top of the 5th now. 6-4. Your score, Geibel leading Turkeyfoot Valley here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings.
First pitch swinging there for Turkeyfoot Valley. Lawson Smith, a tough play, and going the opposite way there to make the play was Hess. They got coverage over in the bag, and Lawson Smith retired here, Tony. First out of this top of the fifth inning.
Yeah, Stevenson's came in to pitch. One pitch, one out. A couple changes you have now. You have Zane Hickson behind the plate as he's going to go from pitcher to catcher, and you have Novotny actually playing shortstop now for the Geibel Gators.
So Novotny, as Tony said, playing short. Stevenson pitching. And there's a ground ball to first. It's going to be a fair ball as stepping on the bag there, John Hess to retire Triton Myers, 3 unassisted. Just like that, Tony, 2 quick outs here in the top of the fifth.
Yeah, 2 pitches, 2 outs for Stevenson. So one, it's either getting colder out and these guys are swinging at first pitches, or Stevenson, pretty good stuff so far.
Geibel up 6-4. Now Jesse Feathers at the plate. Struck out twice so far in this game. Stevenson's first pitch to Feathers, swinging a miss, strike 1. Geibel looking for a quick inning here defensively.
Now 4 innings by Hickson on the night. I'll come up with his totals here shortly.
A 1 pitch, swinging a miss from Feathers. Count now 0-2. And Geibel would love this, a 5-pitch inning, if Stevenson can send down Feathers on this pitch. The 0-2, and Stevenson winds and fires, and Feathers a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. So 1-2-3. Top half of the fifth inning. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Geibel leading Turkeyfoot Valley 6-4 here in the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
for personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org. Or
Serving number 3,944.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are proud residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and more. Experienced therapists providing quality rehabilitation close to home. Convenient hours, accessible location, all major insurances accepted. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access. 724-437-7500.
Hillbilly's Grub and Pub, where great fun and great food meet. Just 30 minutes from Uniontown on Route 31 in Donegal. Come experience Hillbilly's Grub and Pub, located just minutes from the PA Turnpike.
Moving now to the bottom of the fifth inning, Geibel a 6-4 lead over Turkeyfoot Valley after a 5-pitch top half of the fifth inning. Saw Turkeyfoot Valley retired in order. Geibel will have Zane Hickson, John Hess, and Cade Yoders due up here in the home half of the fifth.
And we'll go with some final numbers here for the starting pitchers. For Bowers, he threw 3 innings, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits, had 3 strikeouts, no walks. He did hit Ian Stevenson in that first inning. Over on the other side for Hickson, 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, gave up 4 runs, had 5 walks and 9 strikeouts in his 4 innings of work.
Hickson took ball 1 there from Corbin Stimmel. Now the 1-0, low and outside. Count moves to 2-0. Hickson 1 for 2 today, grounded out 6-3 back in the first inning, single to left field in the third.
Yeah, and we're not sure what base Stevenson might have missed, so he obviously didn't have a triple.
There's a rip foul ball, though, from Hickson. Yeah, it was really odd, and we actually had a wide shot there from Carl, and I could not figure out from our vantage point, even going back and watching the delayed video, where the missed base came from, but they called that out pretty quickly, Tony. We ended the bottom half of the fourth and walked it off.
Yeah, so not sure if it well, I guess it had to be a single.
Correct, and you did have the run score on the play.
Yeah. So it had to be at least a single because he had to miss second base, I'm guessing.
Correct.
Because if not, you wouldn't have counted the run.
Correct. Now 6-4, Geibel on top. Count now full to Hickson. And Hickson rips this one down the right field line, and that'll go foul.
It's been an interesting game, Brian.
It has been.
There's no doubt about that.
The count's still full here at 3-2. This ball chopped back to the pitcher, Stimmel, making the toss over to first in time to Lawson Smith to retire Hickson 1-3 for the first out of this bottom half of the fifth inning.
That's going to bring up John Hess, who reached on an error, singled his last time up. One of the 7 hits so far here for Geibel tonight.
A 2-run lead for the Gators. Trying to keep it going here in the bottom of the fifth. That pitch misses high from Stimmel to Hess, 1-0. Cade Yoders due up next.
Hess, both of his balls in play today were to third base.
He's going to rip one here on the right side, and that will drop. And they're going to say that is a fair ball. I thought from our perspective, Tony, was a little right of the line, but it's going to be a double for John Hess.
Wow. I kind of thought the same thing, Brian. I did not think it was in play, but Hess
Geibel will take it.
Yes, Hess is going to pick up a double.
Now bring Cade Yoders to the plate as Geibel looking for a little insurance here in the bottom half of the fifth inning.
That was a good play by Feathers, though. He got the ball back in quick, made a nice strong throw to second base.
First pitch to Cade Yoders, low and outside for ball 1.
Yoders 0 for 2 on the night, 2 ground outs. 1 to second and 1 to third.
Yoders fouling that one off the netting. Count even out 1-1. His dad, one of the Geibel assistant baseball coaches, also was a Geibel assistant basketball coach as well. 1-1 pitch here. Called strike on the inside corner. 1-2 now. Stimmel to Yoders.
And Bechtold waiting on deck.
Now the 1-2 pitch on the way, and Yoders a chopper here to third. Myers with it, throw over to first. Good arm. And they're going to call that one in time to retire Yoders 5-3 for the second out of the inning. Advancing down to third is John Hess.
Yeah, Yoders second time in a row that he's been retired by the third baseman Triton Myers.
Now the lefty Harrison Bechtel coming to the plate. First pitch here to Bechtel, swinging a miss, strike one. 2 outs now in the inning. Geibel trying to get Hess home here for the team's 7th run of the night. 0-1 pitch. And there again, 0-2 now. Stimmel to Bechtel.
Yeah, good pitch there by Stimmel. Right on the hands of Bechtel.
0-2, and Bechtel going the opposite way with a little nubber back to Myers again. Throw a little high off the bag. It'll allow Geibel to score a run there with John Hess. Down to second goes Bechtel. He's still going as they try to retrieve the ball, and you'll have Bechtel getting all the way down to third.
Well, after a couple nice plays there, Myers just a little bit high on the throw, and as we said, once he gets down the line here, there's a lot of room. Bechtel able to get to third base on the throw.
E5 there, Tone?
Oh, yeah. Now Hoffer coming up. Hoffer looking for his first hit. Struck out twice. Once by Bowers and once by Stimmel.
Junior third baseman for the Gators. First pitch here to Hoffer. Called strike on the inside corner, 0-1.
0-2.
0-2, yep. He missed one along the way there quickly. Stimmel not wasting any time, and Hoffer setting that one foul here on the right side. Count remains 0-2.
Hoffer, Zimmerman waiting on deck.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and down goes Hoffer for the third time in this game. Geibel, though, tacks on another run after 5. It's Geibel 7, Turkeyfoot Valley 4 here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
Stop by Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, where good friends have been meeting for good food, good drinks, and good times for over 70 years. From delicious pizza, wings, hoagies, sandwiches, salads, dinner entrees, and more, Bud's has something for everyone on their menu. With the addition of banquet rooms, Bud's is also the perfect place to hold your party or gathering without spending a small fortune. Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, proud supporter of local high school sports.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You Medispa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A Medispa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season. Prime Rozak, Tony and Ola back here at Wild Things Park in Washington, Pennsylvania. The Geibel Gators a 7-4 lead over the Turkeyfoot Valley Rams as we move to the top half of the 6th inning, Tom.
Yeah, top half of the 6th, and Stevenson, after a 5-pitch 5th inning there, with a strikeout and 2 groundouts.
He looked very impressive. We'll face Cole Rugg to lead off this top half of the 6th.
Rugg has struck out and reached on a base on balls.
Rugg a swing and a miss the first pitch there from Stevenson, 0-1.
Yeah, Stevenson. Just throwing strikes.
That's all you can do at this point, up 3, and a fastball on the inside there. Swing and a miss, though, from Rugg, and the count at 0-2.
Up 3, and I'm sure he's getting cold, too. More strikes he throws, the quicker you get out of here.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Stevenson. Sent down Feathers to end the 5th and sends down Rugg here to start the 6th. Turkeyfoot, Tony, they're back in action tomorrow. A road game at North Star, and then they'll host Mapletown coming up on Thursday. So the first of a stretch of games here. Actually, they played yesterday as well and lost to Shanksville Stony Creek 16-1. So 4 straight games this week for Turkeyfoot Valley, and that'll test the pitching, especially with a team dressing 11 here today.
Yeah, no kidding. Fortunately for Geibel, looking at their schedule, they don't play again until next week.
Yeah, next Tuesday night they'll play Hillel Academy. That game at Geibel Catholic High School, 5 o'clock start next Tuesday. The Gators will also play Brashear out of the Pittsburgh City League a week from Thursday. Pitch low and outside there to Groff. These two teams will play again at Geibel on May the 11th. It'll be the final game of the season for the Gators. 4:30 starts. Next pitch here, a fastball, nubbed foul from Groff. Turkeyfoot Valley's last game of the season, May 12th at Berlin Brothers Valley, a conference game.
I think they called catcher interference.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So the rare CI allowing Groff to get down
Exactly
to
right.
first.
I was just going to say the same thing. The rare CI.
Now bring back the top of the order and Eli Walker. Time called here briefly. Now Walker sent to go. He's been on base in every plate appearance so far in this game. Swing and miss, though, at the first pitch here from Ian Stevenson.
Hickson trying to pick off
Yeah, I
Groff
saw that.
down at first, but not so sure I'd be doing that right now.
Got to make sure those throws are on the mark in those situations.
Yeah, there's a lot of room on this park.
There's a little nubber going back to Stevenson, a little juggle trying to regain, only play over to first, and makes the move there to Hess on the fielder's choice. Retiring Walker 1-3, advancing down to second is Groff, who reached on that catcher interference. Then I'll bring you up Ben Groff's brother, Aaron, who's 0 for 3 today.
Smart play by Stevenson. Couldn't get the handle on it. Actually had time. I was watching. He probably could have got Groff at second base, but it would have been close. But smart play by Stevenson to take the out, though.
And the first pitch here to Aaron Groff. Called strike there on the inside corner, 0-1.
Yeah, Stevenson a few more pitches than that first inning. He only threw 5 in the 5th.
Turkeyfoot now down to their final 4 outs of the game, and that pitch high and inside took a friendly bounce back towards the catcher, but unable to hang on down at third was Hoffer on a little bit of a wide throw there from Hickson, but they pretty much had Ben Groff dead to rights down there at third, Tony.
Well, that ball, because he threw the fastball, that ball bounced off the backstop, came right back to Hickson. If he could have made a pretty decent throw there, Hoffer would have made the catch, and the tag would have been the third out of the inning.
You get rid of Aaron Groff, though, quickly here. Not allow Turkeyfoot to get any damage done. That pitch inside as well. So you have Stevenson trying to get the Rams off the plate a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was one of those things. He just kind of tossed it in. Looked like it kind of tailed in on him a little bit.
Next pitch on the way, a little low, but a called strike.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. Thought he caught the outside corner there.
Back in your day, Tony, you were throwing. You try to get guys off the plate a little bit. Back in your heyday.
I drove up insurance premiums when I was pitching.
That's going to be strike 3. And down goes Aaron Groff on that note to end this top half of the 6th inning with Geibel leading Turkeyfoot Valley 7-4 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night on WMBS.
Swing on over to the Paint Room Bar and Grill, your hometown spot for great food, cold drinks, and good times. Whether you're celebrating a big win or just looking for a place to unwind after the game, the Paint Room has you covered with delicious daily specials, friendly service, and a welcoming atmosphere right in Connellsville. So stop in, grab a bite, catch up with friends, because at the Paint Room Bar and Grill, every night feels like a home game victory. The Paint Room Bar and Grill, where Connellsville comes to eat, drink, and cheer.
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Because Ted Sova and Son Body and Fender Repair is concerned about our local community, Target Safety Solutions was born. Located beside the Ted Sova shop at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibrations after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignments, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement, and also inspects trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dually trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features to keep their occupants safe. That's why Target Safety Solutions originated. Their state-of-the-art facility is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick Patricelli and Mike Thomas are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at Target Safety Solutions, 724-550-4403.
State Representative Ryan Warner wishes the Geibel baseball team the best of luck this year. Your determination and hard work represent the very best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, have a great year. And go Gators!
Moving now to the bottom of the sixth inning. Geibel leading Turkeyfoot Valley 7-4. Geibel will have hitters 9, 1, and 2 due up. Xander Zimmerman, Seth Dolan, and Michael Novotny.
Zimmerman picked up his first hit of the year in the fourth inning. Scored a run.
First pitch to him here, hit high in the air and foul down the left field line. Count 0-1.
Stimmel working his third inning of work here.
Came on in relief of Lee Bowers, who's now catching on the Turkeyfoot Valley side. Turkeyfoot Valley, by the way, will have hitters 3, 4, and 5 due up. Their last 3 outs in the top of the 7th. Another pitch missing inside there from Stimmel. At least the meat of their order, Tony. They're going to need at least 3 to continue this game.
Exactly. Going to be tough to do that against Stevenson. He looks pretty good.
Zimmerman swing and a miss there. Now 2 strikes on Xander Zimmerman. Count even at 2-2. Top of the order, and Seth Dolan due up next. 2-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be a called strike 3. And down goes Xander Zimmerman for the second time in this game, and 1 out here in the bottom half of the 6th.
Third strikeout on the night for Stimmel.
That'll bring up Seth Dolan. Dolan 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored so far in this game for Geibel. First pitch to him here, hit right back up the middle into center field. So the first hit of the night for Seth Dolan gives Geibel a base runner with 1 out in the home half of the 6th.
9th hit of the night so far for the Geibel Gators. Shown a little offense here tonight.
I think Geibel will certainly be ready, Tony, come next year for a WPIAL schedule. What we've seen from them.
I agree with you for sure.
Numbers up, a lot of good young players on this team with Michael Novotny now at the plate. First pitch swinging, fouling it back on the right side. Counted 0-1. And they're playing a lot of similar teams this year. Springdale, Chartiers, Houston. Competitive with both of those opponents. They'll have games against Menneson and Mapletown later on in the season as well. As this ball hit in the air to right field, but it's going to be the first baseman Lawson Smith making the catch over at the first base bag for the second out of the inning.
He actually caught that in foul territory, but regardless, it's an out. And here comes Stevenson now. Stevenson 2 for 2 on the night. We're going to give him a triple and a single.
Now, we're not sure what bag he missed.
It had to be second because, like I said, if not, then it would have been an out, and the run would not have counted.
Yeah. Take the first pitch here outside for ball 1.
So 2 RBIs on the night as well for Stevenson. Hit by a pitch his first time up.
Geibel now has doubled up the Rams here in the bottom of the 6th inning at 8-4.
It's going to bring up Zane Hickson, too. Hickson with a hit, 1 for 3 here tonight. Grounded out to short, singled his second time up, and then grounded out to the pitcher.
Take the first pitch here for strike 1. So the double off the wall from Stevenson giving Geibel now an 8-4 lead over Turkeyfoot Valley. And this ball hit high in the air here on the left side. It'll be a tough play, and it will drop right in between Myers and Walker, and that will allow Stevenson to score on the play and increase now the Geibel lead to 9-4.
Yeah, that was a tough play, wasn't it? You know, especially in the lights, too. These guys aren't used to playing with the lights on. Now we're going to have a coach come out and talk to Stimmel a little bit. What are we scoring at, Brian?
Got to give that a hit, I guess. Don't know who you're going to give the air to.
No, I'm going to give it a hit, too.
We're going to have another pitching change. Looks like Lawson Smith is going to come on to pitch here for Turkeyfoot Valley. So we'll take a quick timeout. We're back to tell you about Lawson Smith here on the Seahawk Honda Group High School Sports Night.
Your car is damaged. The name to remember is Ted Sova & Son Body and Fender Repair. Family owned and operated for 63 years and providing quality, reliable service. Ted Sova & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Sova & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. So bring your vehicle over to Sova. Call 724-437-2351. Now Ted Sova proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check their website at targetsaftysolutions.llc.com. Ted Sova is proud to support local high school sports.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1 year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Lawson Smith, the new Turkeyfoot Valley pitcher, misses for ball one to John Hess. Geibel now up 9-4 in this game as we work with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, second appearance on the year for Lawson Smith.
Here's a little nubber going back in Smith's direction. He'll make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning, but Geibel tacking a few more on, and we'll go to the top of the 7th. Geibel leading by 5 here on the Seahawk Group High School Sports Night.
For funeral services from pre-need to at-need, burial or cremation, call Gates Funeral Home and Crematory, located at 136 North Gallatin Avenue in a beautifully restored historic home. Family owned and operated by Rick Gates, former Brownsville resident and Geibel alumni, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory offers warmth, convenience, affordability, and ample parking. With a knowledgeable funeral director and compassionate staff, the Gates family and the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory are ready to assist you.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasek has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
Hillbilly's Grub and Pub, where great fun and great food meet. Just 30 minutes from Uniontown on Route 31 in Donegal. Come experience Hillbilly's Grub and Pub, located just minutes from the PA Turnpike.
Back here at Wild Things Park, Geibel just 3 outs away from finishing this one off. Tony up 9-4 over the Turkeyfoot Valley Rams. Turkeyfoot Valley with Corbin Stimmel, Lee Bowers, and Lawson Smith. Hitters 3, 4, and 5 in their lineup. Due up here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, and a little bit of meat here coming up for Turkeyfoot. So Stevenson's going to have his hands full here. Stimmel came in batting .500. He's 1 for 3 here tonight.
Couple of RBIs and a run scored as well.
Yep. Trying to lead off this inning and get his Rams back in it.
And Stevenson has been solid on in relief of Zane Hickson in this game. And he'll wind and fire the first pitch. A fastball swing and a miss there from Stimmel. Counted 0-1.
And you notice everybody with 2 pair of batting gloves on here tonight, and I can't blame them.
0-1 pitch inside. Evens up the count at 1-1. And trying to do everything you can to stay warm. I was down the Geibel dugout before the start of the game. I said, hey, it's not too bad. I said, what do you mean? I said, we're up here in the press box. It's nice and warm. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fastball sent foul on the right side. Count at 1-2. I think it was colder for us outside last night. We're down at Bailey Park for Laurel Highlands Uniontown softball than it's been for us inside the press box here tonight.
Yeah, it was chilly last night.
Gary Frankhauser will join me tomorrow for Laurel Highlands baseball against Bell Vernon, 4 o'clock at Mustang Field. Little check swing popped up here on the right side in foul territory. The ball juggled and then dropped by John Hess. Hess wants that one back.
Yeah, he's had a couple of those. Had to drift back a little bit and couldn't make the catch. You can tell he's a little mad at himself there for not making that play.
And those things happen.
Oh, yeah.
So now 2 strikes on Corbin Stimmel, and he'll swing and miss there, and we'll record the first down at this top of the 7th inning. And Stevenson now, back-to-back strikeouts, sent down Groff to end the top half of the 6th, and sends down Stimmel to start this top half of the 7th.
Yeah, that's the 4th strikeout in 2+ innings of work for Stevenson.
Bring Lee Bowers to the plate. Bowers, an eventful evening at the plate. Will take strike 1 here. Got on Villanueva in the 2nd inning. Infield single. Picked up an RBI and scored a run in the 3rd. And then flew out to the shortstop, which was then Stevenson, back in the 4th inning. The Bowers had a lot going on here today, Tom.
He sure did. Pitched pretty well as well.
Yep.
We gave his numbers 3 innings work. Gave up 3 runs on 4 hits.
Geibel looking for their 2nd win of the season. Turkeyfoot Valley certainly more competitive here than they were during their first 3 games of the season as Bauer strikes out as well. Now 3 straight strikeouts for Stevenson and Geibel, an out away from ending this game.
Stevenson just mowing them down here.
Yes. Now Lawson Smith at the plate. The last hope for the Rams, down 5 at 9-4. Stevenson, first pitch here to Smith, swing and a miss, strike 1. Mentioned a lot of construction around this ballpark, putting in some new seats for the upcoming Wild Things season, which will start next month. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2, and now Geibel just a strike away from their 2nd win of the season.
Yeah, just Stevenson just throwing BBs right now.
Looking to finish off the Rams here. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. Your final score, Geibel 9, Turkeyfoot Valley 4. Back to tell you all about it right after this here on the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Night.
Stop by Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, where good friends have been meeting for good food, good drinks, and good times for over 70 years. From delicious pizza, wings, hoagies, sandwiches, salads, dinner entrees, and more, Bud's has something for everyone on their menu. With the addition of banquet rooms, Bud's is also the perfect place to hold your party or gathering without spending a small fortune. Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, proud supporter of local high school sports.
Back to wrap it up here at Wild Things Field. Geibel a 9-4 win over the Turkeyfoot Valley Rams. With the win, Geibel improves to 2-4 on the season. The loss drops Turkeyfoot Valley to 0-4. Again, Turkeyfoot Valley back in action tomorrow on the road at North Star. Geibel has a week off before they'll play Hillel Academy out of Pittsburgh at Geibel Catholic High School on the 14th. And Tony has your final game recap.
All right, for the Geibel Gators, they scored 9 runs on 11 hits. They left 5 men on base. They did create 7 errors in today's game. On the other side, for the Turkeyfoot Rams, they scored 4 runs on 3 hits. They left 7 men on base, and they committed 6 errors in the game. But congratulations to Geibel on a 9-4 win.
Tony, enjoyed it as always. I guess I'll probably see you for a game next week.
Yep.
At some point. I'll have Gary Frankhauser with me tomorrow for Laurel Highlands baseball, taking on Bell Vernon at 4 o'clock, both on the radio and on YouTube. Our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show starting at 3:40. I have to thank our live video stream sponsors tonight. Bud Murphy's in Connellsville, State Representative Ryan Warner, the Paint Room, and Hillbillies Bar and Grill. Carl Childs behind the camera. Our broadcast partner, Tony Hanula. Again, your final score, Geibel 9 and Turkeyfoot Valley 4. So long, everybody, from EQT Park here in Washington.